Hey friend, would you like to learn how to get filthy rich but avoid the poo-poo along the way? Hey, my name is Chris from chrisandjigha.com, and in this very exciting episode today, I'm going to share with you some strategies and tips on getting filthy rich by your girl Suzy Batiz from an interview I recently checked out with Mike Dillard. She is the CEO of Pouri, and she revealed her secrets to getting filthy rich and avoiding the poo-poo all along the way. That hey, if you're trying to get rich, you might want to stick around for that. So hey, welcome back my friend. Hey, if you don't know, this channel is all about empowering you, the home business entrepreneur, with that mindset and the online skill sets to get results, make more money, and drive the breakthrough that you deserve. All right, so if you like content like that about hey, making money online business, passive income, affiliate marketing, things like that, then hey, give the video a like. Hey, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget the bell too, so you can be notified whenever I drop new videos on all these types of content, which is pretty much on a Monday through Friday daily basis right now. So hey, what are we talking about? We're talking about 3 filthy, like poo filthy type strat tips on how to get filthy rich like Suzy Batiz. So if you don't know, Suzy Batiz is the CEO of a company called Pouri. To be honest with you, I had never heard of it, but my wife had, and essentially it's a company they create this it's kind of like an herbal remedy that's designed to help keep the smell from your poo in the restroom from going anywhere, and it traps it. It's actually pretty good. As a matter of fact, her company has grown to $400+ million in sales. Mind you, this is a woman who was bankrupt twice before she hit the breakthrough. How did it happen? Well, that's what I want to share with you in this quick video, all right? Because I thought it was pretty powerful what she went through and what she revealed, that these are the secrets to getting filthy rich that pretty much anybody can do. So here's a little quick deal. The company here, Pouri, that I was talking about, they have a small little YouTube channel that you can check out. Also, be sure to check out her book too at the end of this video, called The Woo of Poo: How to Change Your Life in the Time It Takes, in time you take a shiznits, all right? All right, so let's do it. So number one, in how to, well, let's just say how to get filthy rich, right? Like poo filthy, right? Who knew that poo could be so cool? Right? I mean, if it's making you money. All right, for Suzy Batiz tips and tricks, right? Step number one tip that she has is to cure your desperation for money. Isn't that weird? You want the money, but you got to cure your desperation for it. You can't be so desperate to have it. It's kind of weird, right? But the fact of the matter is this, right? She talked about in her interview how she struggled and went bankrupt twice because, of course, she was a hustler. She's got the hustling spirit, but it was this desperation for money, constantly trying to get the money no matter what, that kept getting her nothing. Right, and for her, she could claim, she's talked about the fact that how she thought money was going to actually help her bring happiness, because at the end of the day, it's never really just the money, but it's what we think the money is going to get us. Right, it's never when I ask someone, hey, why do you want to be a part of our business, be a part of this business, create this online business, it's like, oh, I need the money. But the question is never about just the money, but why do you need the money? What will you do with the money? If you think the money is going to give you happiness, give you fulfillment, that's probably never really the truth. And so she talked about curing the desperation, right? In other words, that desperation that many of us home business entrepreneurs first start out, hey, I gotta get paid. I need money now. I need this money, all right? I gotta do something. I gotta make a certain amount right now. And that desperation will always lead you to zero, all right? Zero. Because I learned this too from many of my other mentors. The faster you chase after money, the faster it will run away from you. It's kind of a weird thing, right? It's kind of a lady, right? You can't chase her so hard because she runs away from you, right? It doesn't work. You can't chase after money, but what can you chase after? You can chase after the thing that will attract money, all right? Chase after the thing that attracts money. And she talks about this, talking about chasing after an ideal, a purpose that brings you alive. right? And in other words, something that gives you a passion and energy that you like are really excited about doing. She mentioned something about what she calls resonance. In other words, and you can hear some of this in the interview. I encourage you to check this out on Mike Dillard's podcast as well. But she talks about energy and resonance. In other words, if you have an idea that makes you feel alive, that means you would be willing to do it even if money wasn't involved. It's just an excitement, what I like to call a thrill that's involved with it, right? And you do this passionately and you do it with lots of energy. Number one, hey, you might feel there, like she said, you might feel a tingling feel in your body when you think about this idea because you know, oh my God, this is legit. Number two, you might feel like you might get extra energy when you're doing it. Like I know for me, when I come home from work and I'm about to do some videos, even though I've worked a 10-hour shift and physically I'm dog tired, all of a sudden when I get home, I get this renewal of energy. It's so weird when I think about trying to do some videos, knock down a video like this that I'm scared to share with my people. That's how you know you're doing something that drives you. Number three, you get like the idea keeps on coming back around. Like, hey, keeps on coming. You can't get rid of it. That's how you know you probably should be doing it. And then number four, this syncrecy, right? She talks about little knick-knack things that are there, people and resources just showing up to help you along with your journey. That's how you know you're chasing after an idea, a passion that will attract the money. Okay, so now for tip number two, right? So we talked about, hey, cure the desperation for money because that will never give you the happiness that you are searching for, the fulfillment that you want, right? So number two, let's get on to it. Number two tip that she had, all right, to get filthy rich is work effortlessly. All right, effortlessly and easily for the money. Now, what do I mean by this? Some of you who are not familiar with what I'm talking about, you may think, what? You think that I should be working easily, that I should be don't work at all for the money? And no. Here's something that she talked about that I thought was really fascinating that I've heard only one other mentor of mine talk about, was the concept that yes, you can grind for the money, right? The grind and the hustle is real. You can do that and make things happen and you will get paid. But there's also a school of thought that says that you shouldn't have to always think that you should hustle. In fact, there is this way of thinking it that you can get paid and really get what you want out of life without working so hard for it. In other words, when you do it, it'll become such an effortless and easy way to make money. You can't believe that you just got paid for it, right? I remember hearing a friend of mine talk about how he read it in a book and he implemented in his business that he wanted to get paid for doing this work. It was creating websites, niche websites, and he was going to do this easily and effortlessly and would get paid 6 figures from it. And it was going to be no pain and no struggle. And he says that after that, at 6 months or 12 months, he was able to achieve a 6-figure income in 2 of his niche sites. And it was an easily and effortless process. Now, what the thing you have to remember is that this goes back to number one. If you do something that gives you a thrill, that gives you a passion, that you just like are fired up to do this shit anyway, right? Can you see how if you're doing it, like imagine, have you ever been in a situation where you did something and you were so excited about it, you don't know where the time went, right? You don't realize how much work you put into it, but it was so thrilling the entire time. This is why I'm a huge fan of the thrill, all right? Thriller! Like my boy MJ, but the thrill, I'm telling you, the thrill, the excitement in doing something is the key to it. Because what looks like a lot of hard work to someone else, like putting together niche websites, that sounds like a lot of work, very techy, very cumbersome, very hard, very laborious, right, to the rest of us. But for him, it was the thrill. He enjoyed it. It was exciting, personal excitement. I remember Dr. Covey in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talking about there's nothing more satisfying and fulfilling in a man's life than doing work that is personally exciting and gives value to the people. personally exciting, because when it's personally exciting, it is thrilling. Yes, it is thrilling, and you can do something that would typically be a lot of work for someone else and still do it without even realizing that you did so much work and get massive results. And this is exactly what Suzy Batiz was talking about. You can poo-poo on all these other strategies of life, making things happen and working yourself to the bone and grinding it out, or you can search for something that gives you the thrill and do that and be personally satisfied and excited from it and reap the benefits of it anyway. All right, so that was the second one. All right, hope you've been getting value. Hope that was helpful, right? Getting some bells ringing, some light bulbs going off, because this is some really good stuff. Very pretty much makes it, for me, made it so clear on what I need to be doing, what I should be doing, right? All right, so number 3, all right, we'll just cross this out. Number 3 tip for Suzy Batiz on how to get filthy rich and not pull yourself out of it is to know these 3 words. I need your help. Or 4 words, all right? These 4 words are magical words. She talked about how, for her, she created this poo-pourri company that's $400 million deep from an idea that she came from her own intuition, but never had been in a consumer products business ever in her life. Never dealt with it. How does someone who never had any experience with anything like this in a massive industry like this go on to be extremely successful? She started asking people and telling people, I need your help. She started doing things. She got out her figure out her muscle, which I really like that phrase, right? Figuring shit out, making no excuses, getting at it. And she started saying, hey, calling manufacturing companies, say, I need your help. I don't know how to do this. Will you help me? And a lot of people said no, no, no. But guess what? She kept on going, right? I think that as a home business entrepreneur, for me in particular, this has been one of my biggest problems, right? I have a huge problem with this. This has been a learning curve for me, is asking for help, because initially we always have this the idea of doing it ourselves, going at it ourselves. Nobody could do it as good as us. Nobody's as good as we can. Nobody has the heart that we have for it. I got to do it all myself, right? And the problem is that nothing of great value of consequence in this world has ever been done by one person. It has always been done by a group or team effort, always. And you have to be able to be willing to ask for help, because you just don't know everything. And that's what I've recently learned, is that I gotta ask for help. I have to be able to say, hey, I need your help. I need to do this. And here's the thing that she talked about, Suzy Batiz talked about, that makes sense, is that, hey, people are willing to help you. People love to help. Hey, I couldn't figure out how to do the YouTube thing for a little while. I went to a guy and said, hey man, I need your help. He was like, for sure, man, I will help you. People who are willing to help you and answer questions for you. It's the same way if you're walking down the street, you don't know where you're going, but you ask someone there, people will generally be like, yo, man, I will help you. I know this area. I can definitely get you where you need to get to. People take pride in doing that. Don't take that away from people, their willingness to give to you. You got to be willing to receive, right? You can't, for closed fists, can't receive, right? You can't receive with closed fists. Got to open those hands and say, hey, I need help. Oh man, that's it, my friend. Hope you enjoyed it. That right there was Suzy Batiz's 3 tips on how to not poo on yourself and get filthy rich, like poo filthy, all right? Hope that was helpful. Hope that rang some doorbells. It was definitely a light bulb for me. And hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hey, definitely give the video a like. And hey, consider subscribing to the channel up here. Hey, like I said, check out the link below to check out her book on the woo of poo. Think you might be valuable. And check out this video right here if you want to get more videos on how to make money online. So until the next exciting episode, be blessed, stay hungry out there. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.